Hey, welcome to Sunday Night Live. Tony here, Ram Ventures 2.0. Well, you guys know your family, right? I want to say, if you're new to the channel, because I don't know if you're on here and you're not new, but if you're new to the channel, welcome. And every Sunday we get together for our Sunday Night Live. And I want to say thanks for popping on. And hope you stay around for a while. So in the comment section, you'll see a lot of people that have been in there for a long time talking to one another. And I want to invite you to join on in if you haven't ever been here before. And I want to say thanks a lot for stopping by. But to all those that are in the comments section, I want to say hi, guys. It's been a really fun week, and that last video was pretty cool. I'm going to start right in and jump in and start saying hi to everyone. So I saw PA Wilderness Adventures. Boy, you jumped in there at 2:50 this afternoon. And then I see you come back here. So you were waiting around a long time. I just saw a video you put out the other day. You were up in the Allegheny Forest National Forest and a little bit of a wild camp. You had a really cool video up there with, I think, Diddy was the name that you call him. Hey, Dennis, how you doing? Say, here we go. All right, so let's see. Hey, we got Dixie Cup there. Hey, Dixie Cup. Hello. Hope everyone is doing well. Yeah, we're all doing good. Pennsylvania, we did have some flooding, especially up where PA Wilderness is, and in the middle of our state, but more north of what I am. We were expecting about 3 to 4 inches of rain, and I believe we only got about 2 because at night it shifted more central Pennsylvania, more towards the middle. So Williamsport and up really got hit hard. I saw a lot of flooding and stuff happened in our state, and I know that's the case with all up and down the East Coast. So if you've been affected by it, I want to pray for a quick recovery and that the waters subside and everybody does good. Hey, MD Gons, Maria, how are you doing? Good evening. I'm chilling in my hammock as we wait for Tony to roll on in. Well, I'm here. Yeah, and get this party started. All righty. Yeah. Let's see. South Florida, how you doing? DCL. I always want to go DLC, but it's a DCL. Good Sunday evening to you too. And hey, Jay, I saw you put out a little short. You were back in the hospital again. So continue to prayers for your recovery and stuff, brother. Yeah. Hey, there's KN. Hey, KN, all the way out there in Western PA. How are you doing, sis? All right. Yeah, let's see. Hey, Jeffrey. Good evening, everyone. He says. And there is Rick Wilson. Hey, brother. Good to have you on here again tonight. Hope that day job's going good. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. That's a transition to go from night shift to day shift. It definitely is. Hey, Elric the Blackheart. Hey, brother. How you doing? Hope you're doing great down there. Yes. I'm seeing we got old and cracking dated. It's live. Here's Tony. Thanks, Johnny. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, hey, Johnny and Mary. I know I don't see in the comments here, but you guys are always watching. Yes, you are. All right. Joseph Kelly. Hi, everyone. There's Scott. How are you doing, brother? There's my brother, Mike. Hope you're doing well out there in East. I guess you're East. What are we? Eastern Pennsylvania or Central Pennsylvania? But I hope you're doing good, brother. It was great having coffee with you 2 weeks ago. All righty, let's see. Hey, Robert Bell, how are you doing? Yeah, good to see you. And there's Jeff. Hey, Jeff, thanks for sending me those pictures. He made that was the AMA car canopy that comes off the back of the car. He said he made it work. So I couldn't tell if that was actually the canopy from AMA or not. Maybe throw it up here since I messaged it, and I'm not even way down there yet to those comments because we're just getting started. Yeah. Hey, Jonathan, how are you doing? Hey, John, Jen, and Jacob, all J's from Allentown, PA. How you guys doing? Alrighty. Yeah, let's see. Hey, I haven't seen you guys in a little while. The Redneck City Boys. Good evening, good evening. And there's Steve Travis. How you doing, Steve? And then Josh and Jen. I hope you guys' camp went great the other day. We are watching the end of the race. Oh, what race is that? Yeah. Hey, victory shout. All right. And you, I would say NZ, New Zealand? I think so. Hi, Tony in chat. Yes. And then, hey, John, how are you doing? Good evening, Tony. Yeah. Yay. You are. Yeah, you are. Oh, there we go. I sometimes my mind's, I just step back for a second. Squirrel. Sometimes my mind is thinking of something when I'm trying to read. I don't know if y'all have that problem, but I do. It's sometimes. Sometimes my mind's going and my mouth's trying to say something while I'm thinking of something, and it just comes out all weird. Yeah, it does. Even though, yeah, thank you, sir. Dilly Dilly. Yeah, so that's who was with you. Yeah. Let's see. Tony, you are looking good, bro. Healthy. Well, thank you very much, Jay's Real Talk. I'm feeling good. I really, really am. Well, I'm feeling better. This past week, even going to do that camp that we did in the last video that we're going to talk about in a little while, I was run down. I think I was fighting a cold because I had a lot more congestion and stuff, which typically I don't have, but I'm feeling definitely better. But I wasn't feeling great on that video, but I felt good enough to be out there. Absolutely. Hey, Robert, how are you doing? You mentioned that you were going to be in Dayton in the near future. Yes, yes. And I'm going to talk about that too. You should consider doing a meetup while there. Hmm, that could, that might, it's going to be short notice because it's going to be, I'll be there on the 21st. I want to plan some stuff out, and I'll tell you why I'm going to be in Dayton in a little while. So stick around if you're just tuning in. Yeah. And we got 61 people watching. I can't see how many likes we got, but while you're thinking about it, hit that like button. Yeah. No, I should have a little cardboard with a like button because I can't do it in editing on a live, right? Yeah. But oh, someone did mention to me, a squirrel. Someone did mention to me, and I mentioned it at the end of that video. They said they've been subscribed to the channel back when we had about 2,000 subscribers. So he's been a long time follower, and he's just used to looking at me on Thursday nights, just going in and saying, Anto, we got a video, and goes and watches it. But he did say that he's checked it several times throughout that span. And for some reason, YouTube always unsubscribes people. So I do want to say, I don't know that I really have, you guys got to worry about it, but maybe you do me a favor and just check sometime when you get off. Go down and just look and make sure that YouTube didn't unsubscribe you, because from what I understand, it's been happening a lot. So hit that subscribe button. No, just kidding. All right. Yeah. So I'm going to talk about being out in Dayton here in a little bit. Each adventure is like 50 first dates. Never know what to expect. Right. That was a good movie. That was a real good movie. Hey, pop up. Yeah, that nickname stopped. And I was over at Cobles yesterday, family reunion, which is Lisa's mom's side of the family. But all of our kids came, our grandkids came. So we had a great time over at Knoebels. We were at Pavilion C, and we kind of met up there, then went into the park, then came back there, just hung out there, and just relatives were going back and forth. And that's kind of some of the idea that I wanted to check on, was doing a meetup at Knoebels sometime. Just put it out there. Like, I'll go in and I'll register, like, hey, these 10 picnic tables under Pavilion, whatever, I'm going to use C, Pavilion C, because it's got right next to a creek. I was looking at it for stealth camping. Yeah, my mind was just going everywhere as we were walking around, like, oh, I can hang under that roller coaster there, but I don't know. So anyhow, I was thinking but I don't know when they end their season. I think it's late October, but then it's only on the weekends, um, starting after Labor Day. It's only on the weekends. I got to find out more. But I was thinking of like reserving like 10 tables, and if people wanted to come, I would just hang out there at the pavilion and then just see who came. And anybody that came, we would say hi and talk for a little bit, and then you could go into the park and get food or go do some rides. One thing about Knoebels Grove is you do not pay to park. They got a huge field, and it was packed this yesterday. But a huge field, you don't pay to park. You don't pay to get into the park. The only thing you pay for is if you want to eat something, or if you want to ride a ride. You buy a book of tickets, and then you go on any ride you want. You could go in there and just ride one ride and then leave. But stop by and see me if we do it. And if I do it, I'll let y'all know. And I'll try to give a little bit of warning. But I got a lot of stuff coming up. It just, time is flying so fast. Where's 2024 going? If you noticed, if you saw the thumbnail when I put it up for StreamYard, Miss 2.0 messaged me this afternoon, and she said, hey, it's not July 11th. It's August 11th. I had July 11th in the title. It's August. I was like, where did July go? Yeah. All right. Well, hey, Izzy, how are you doing? Let's see. Down in North Carolina. You guys had a lot of flooding down in North Carolina as well. Yeah, hope everybody's doing good. And there's George Jackson. How are you doing? Hey, Tony and the 2.0 family. Hey, low budget outdoorsman from Junction City, Oregon here. Wow, all the way out in Oregon. Yeah, I'd love to get to Oregon. I sure would. Yeah, well, there's a lot of people I want to see out there. Well, a couple people in particular, like Mary and Johnny. Yeah. All right. Let's see. We got 5 inches. Yeah. 5 inches. So you're 30 miles north of Williamsport. Yeah, it put it down up in that area. Hey, Eric, how are you doing? Hey, friend, great to see you again. Great to see you too. Yeah. And let's see. Rostian's Music Report. Yeah, greetings, everyone. Hope you all had a great weekend. I'm Steve. Oh, awesome, Steve. And this is my first time checking out the live stream. Well, welcome to the first time. Hopefully it's not the last. Yeah. All righty. And there's Stitch. Hey, Stitch. How are you doing, brother? Hope everything is going good out there, and Russ doing good. And Miss Stitch 2.0 is doing good. Yeah, hopefully all y'all are doing good. Oh, and I want to talk to you, Stitch, about coming out there and camping late September. And I've got an idea that I might do to get myself out that way to Colorado. I just mentioned it to Miss 2.0, and she was like, oh, that sounds like a cool trip. So I am going to be possibly heading out that way once we get a date figured out, or some dates. Yeah. All right. Hey, Joseph, how you doing? Alrighty. Let's see. For Jay. Yes. Prayers for Jay. Hey, Carl, how are you doing? Carl, welcome. A long-time viewer. Hey, Jake, the Oregon boy, made it on time. Please say a prayer for me. Been under the weather. Yes, definitely, Jake. In fact, anybody that's been on, there's been some kind of a cold going around. I was just talking to John. I see him. He's a farmer, and Fred told him about the channel. And one day I walked out of Sheets with a cup of coffee. I walked out, and he's in a big truck, and I hear, hey, are you Tony 2.0? And I walked over and said, yeah. He says, oh my goodness, my friend told me about your channel, and I started watching you, and his name's Fred. Well, he's a good friend with Fred, and keep Fred in prayer too. He's lost a leg to complications from diabetes. Diabetes, terrible. Number one cause of stroke and also heart disease. So diabetes is something not to play around with. So if you're kind of on the border, you know, definitely, they call it the silent killer. I don't know why I said all that, but pray for Fred. He's been in nursing home rehabilitation for almost a year. So he just had a bunch of pneumonia and all kinds. He's having a tough time. So just lift Fred up in prayer. And I just want to thank John for being his friend as well, and it keeps him up to date on things and keeps me up to date on things as well. Hey, Randy, how are you doing? Randy, hi, Tony, how you doing tonight? I'm doing good. Yeah, let's see. Merlin, how are you doing from Chester, South Carolina? I got to get down to South Carolina again, too. That's my mom's birth state, South Carolina. Somerville, South Carolina is where she was born. Hey, Hike with Mike. Hey, folks. He says, yeah, Jake, prayers from us. Absolutely. All right. Oh, we got one here. Carving and such. Good evening and love your videos. Well, I love that you love the videos, and I really appreciate that. And thanks for sharing that with me. I really do appreciate that. Yeah. Hey, Jay says, yeah, Tony, I was in the hospital, a little setback, but I'm good now. I got over 50 subs now. Well, that's awesome, Jay. And I always like popping on. You do those little shorts of different things that they're serving you in the nursing home. And I'm looking forward to you getting out and getting able to be up and around again. Hopefully soon. Yeah. Let's see. Hello from New York. Hey, New York, Eric. Yeah. Let's see. We got Chuck Jones. How are you doing? Made it just in time. Hey, Alpine Warrior. How you doing, brother? Great talking to you the other day. Oh, that was a really cool covered bridge that you did that filming of. I really like the perspective of going from something dark, like the setting of that. Yeah, that thing. This is what happens to me when I'm thinking of something else, and then it's you drive across it. I've hung under them even. It's a bridge that's enclosed. It's old. What's it called? Covered bridge. So the covered bridge. I like the perspective of going from somewhere dark inside the covered bridge and then taking as you walk towards the window. Oh, those are really cool views like that, because it gives a perspective of everything being dark around, and it kind of centers it. What would be cool if, just to give you a hint, if you had your selfie stick, now don't drop your camera, but have it on a selfie stick so you can go and then push the selfie stick out through the window out about 4 feet. I think that would have been awesome. And then take the selfie stick down to the water. I think that would have been really cool, but you did a great job with that. And then the moss in the creek, and great stuff. And the rain, right? Hey, Chuck Jones, how you doing? Made it in time. I think I did you, Chuck, but hey, you got put up there again, right? Rocky Toppin, how are you doing from Tennessee, y'all? I'm from Tennessee, y'all. I don't have my hat on tonight, my cowboy hat. Thought I'd change up. We don't got a red background either. It's kind of purplish, but those are blue lights. But it's kind of makes it like purple. Neat. Oh, did you see the shirt? We got the Louisiana Crunch Cake shirt on. Yeah. Let's see. Hey, Annette, how are you doing? Yeah. And let's see. We got, go down. I think I'm getting caught up. Maybe. Hey, Rick Thomas, how are you doing? Hey, Tony says, let's see. Now, I do want to say, if you are new in here, what we do is a lot of times we'll put 3 question marks in front of a question. That way I can spot it on there, and I'm going to get to answering questions as soon as you start throwing them up there, and I get to them. You're right. Hey, April, how are you doing? Doug and April in PA. Well, welcome. Kimball. Yeah, how you guys doing? Let's see. Squirrel. Yeah. All right. So that was a great spot that I found about two, three, I don't know, about 3 weeks ago. So if you became a member of Random Adventures 2.0 or joined the 2.0 crew as it's titled, you would have seen that I went to that spot several weeks ago and I said, man, I found this. I just came up here and I did a 360 view and I said, maybe you're going to see a video from this spot at some point. And sure enough, we went back and I just did one again the other day. I did a video from, I'm not going to tell y'all where it's at because it's going to be pretty cool, but I can't do it yet. I need to kind of keep going, a couple more weeks, but I can do it at any time. But I don't want to do a back-to-back car camp. So try to spread it out, give you all a variety. Yeah. So variety is key. We did get out and camp. Oh, there we go. So Josh and Jen, you did get out and oh, you didn't get out and camping. Oh, sorry to hear that. Because I wasn't feeling well, but are working on setting up out things camper and boondock. Okay. And maybe throw a stealth camp in here and there too. That's going to be awesome. Hey, Victor Hill, how are you doing? All the way from down there in Texas. Oh, I want to go down in Texas to have a big old steak. Yeah, I do. There's the place that I went when I drove across the United States. I went to, I don't remember the name of it, but it's right before you get to Cadillac Ranch. And it's a big steakhouse. And I went in there and did a tour of it on a video. And they do that if you can eat the steak. It's a 72-ounce steak. If you can eat it, you don't pay for it, but you got to eat everything else. And I forget, it was the person that holds the record for it, I think it's a lady. She was like 128 pounds and ate the steak and all the sides and everything in like 4 minutes or something like that. Just crazy. I said, I can't even get my knife and fork out of my napkin that fast. Yeah. All right. Yeah, oh yeah, I've gotten unsubscribed from other channels. Yeah. So do me a favor, just go ahead and check, make sure you are still subscribed. And if you know any family members that are also subscribed, have them check as well. Yeah, I'd appreciate it. Yeah. Oh, Eric, awesome. I've been subscribed since you had 800 followers. That's been a little while, right? That was that was a little after the first year anniversary, which was March. I had 500 subscribers, and then I went to work, and that morning, the anniversary, and then I went to work and had the major stroke, and wasn't too long after that. So that was probably since March, April, May, probably around May, May of 2021, 2. Yeah. So you've been along for a ride for quite some while. So I appreciate that, Eric. Yes, I do. Hey, Wallace, how you doing? Hey, man, just found your channel recently. Good stuff. Stay safe. Well, welcome to the 2.0 family. I'm glad you stopped in for a Sunday Night Live. Like I said, we do this every Sunday night, 8 p.m. We get on and we talk about the video, and then I look at all the comments. I don't know if I get strike the right balance for everything, but I think we have an awesome time. But I'm always trying to get better. But yeah, because I know some people will come on, get off, come on, get off. Some people come on and then get off, not get back on, and because a lot of times we're on here for 2 hours. Oh, we're already in 24 minutes and it's already gone fast. Yeah. So welcome, Wallace. And I saw that you did comment on some of the videos. So I'm glad you found the channel recently. Really appreciate that. Let's see. Small stove. Okay. Let's I want to make sure I'm hitting this. Hey, got the chance to meet fellow Christian Kevin Sorbo yesterday, star of God's Not Dead. Really? That is so awesome. He was so nice and down to earth. Man, brother, that is awesome. You know, God continues to bless and help cross paths with one another, and that is so awesome. That's great. That is really really good. That's great. Let's see. Hopefully, October 25th, 6th, and 7th. We'll be camping at Knoebels. Oh, awesome, Jonathan. Oh, that's expensive. We were looking up some of the, because we had some family members, relatives, that were thinking they ended up staying with another relative, a cousin or something like that. But they were what? Oh, thank you so much. Passing the love forward. Thank you so much, Cab 7. I really appreciate that. And thank you so much for the super sticker. That is a blessing. Or no, wait, super chat. That's right. If it's got words in it, it's a chat. If it's just a sticker, it's a sticker. But either way, God bless you. Thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate it. And but they were saying, we checked into the cabins that they got there, and I was like so shocked how much the cabins were overnight. And there's a whole house you can rent. I think it's like $850 a night for Knoebels. And I was like, what? But the camping's not too bad. That's pretty much traditional right around the area. I think the primitive sites are around $67, which isn't too bad. But yeah, maybe when you're down there, if I'm around, you'll have to let me know and I'll swing by. Say hi. Yeah. Here we go. Scott says, Tony, speaking of a cardboard like button, if you know of a sign maker in your area, you might could go by and show them a picture of the like button. Oh, that's true. And they could probably make you one. You know, I used to be a really good artist with this hand. Well, I'll tell you what. Oh, my daughter brought me this. Let's see. You know, they brought me this the other week and said, Tony, you ought to show this, some of your artwork. So if y'all don't mind, I'm going to show you, because my daughter found these. Um, they were in a folder that I sent her. So I've drawn with a Bic pen, a black Bic pen. I did a lot of drawings and stuff. And this one took about 18 hours to draw. Now, this isn't the original. This is a print of it, because I had a lot of prints made. But when you hear that it's a Bic pen, now a Bic pen, if you make a mistake, you made a mistake, right? So I wanted to draw a rabbit. Now, when did I draw this one? Because it's signed. Excuse me while I put on some glasses. February of 09 is the last time I drew this, or when I drew this. So this is a drawing that I did. Now, remember, this is a Bic pen, and what I would do, squirrel, what I would do is just the stem on a flower about about an inch. I counted the amount of strokes, because you do a stroke, but then you apply a little bit more pressure and a little bit more pressure, and you keep going over the same area, just not as big a stroke to make it darker. But I did this. Let's see. And I did a rabbit. So you can see down, where's the camera? Down there. Oh, but all the blades of grass, you have to shade in between all of those. And there's clover and flowers and things. And the rabbit is eating a flower. Yeah. And you can see his nose and his eyes. Yeah. And then those are like forget-me-not flowers. Got a little bird there. Hey, birdie. Yeah. And but each one of the strokes, I don't know if I can get it to focus. Let's see. Okay. So that stem, just 1 inch of that stem is a couple hundred strokes with a pen, just going. So, and I don't have that coordination anymore. So this one here is, I started out. So this one is really cool. So to explain this one, so I wanted to do a deer. So I started with the deer, a buck running, and I got the deer, and then I kind of expanded out from the deer and tried to give depth perception. So there's a creek, hemlocks, maples. So there's foreground, some long needle pines in the foreground. And then as you look back, it goes all the way back to a waterfall. And then the stream that runs through the center of it is from the waterfall. So how should I do this one? Let's go down from the top. So you can see I had a bird way there in the front. But the first thing that I drew was the buck. All right. So you can see the tree trunk right there. Let's get it back a little bit or forward, and coming down. So there you can see the stream. And as you see the stream, follow the stream back, and then way back there in the woods, you're going to see the waterfall, which is right there, I think. Yeah, that's the waterfall. So you can see the different depth. There's trees way back there on the cliff. The maple leaves and the old tree, and I tried to get all the shadows in there too. But even that log, when you look at it, it takes a ton of. There's some rhododendrons with some flowers on them. There's like a pine right there with and a birch tree. But yeah, that's the kind of stuff I used to just doodle around with and play. But a couple of my family members and stuff were like, "Oh my gosh, I want one of those!" So I got a bunch of copies of this made. So I have another really cool one, but I don't have that one up here. I've got it framed downstairs. I will have to grab that sometime. But yeah, no, that's just what I used to, and that was all with a black Bic pen. Yeah. All right. So enough about show and tell, right? Yeah. Won't be. Let's see. I'm gonna keep coming down here. Let's see. Hey, Jared, how are you doing? Hey, what's up, man? I don't know. You were from Elysburg. That is the next town over from me. That's cool. Yeah. Hey, Jared, I got a lot of times I'm getting coffee in Elysburg in the mornings. Yeah. But if you're ever around, stop by and say hi. Got a channel sticker for you. Woo. Yeah. Thanks to Jeff Cooper sending some channel stickers. Yeah, but if I see you, I definitely have a cup of coffee with you. Let's see, Tony, I had my ribeye already. This way I don't get a steak craving, right? Now, what did I eat tonight? Right before we went live, I had a pound of hamburger that I got from the grocery store yesterday. And I was like, oh, I need to make something. So I made a steak, and it was a New York strip steak that I got in a pan still for Miss 2.0 when she gets off work. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to make my pound hamburger. So I took a pound of hamburger and made 3 big hamburgers and stacked them on top of each other and ate them right before we went live. Yeah, I did. All right. So, let's see. Hey, John, how are you doing? What has been your favorite meal on Carnivore? You know, I was thinking of that, John, and I want to say it's got to be Who doesn't love ribeye steaks? I do. Yeah, so that would be my favorite steak. Now, my favorite meal would be a ribeye with a side of ribeye. That makes a meal. No, but one of the things that I do is I'll get a chuck roast, cut that up into cubes, and I'll do that as a poor man's ribeye. I do at Aldi's. They have prime short, boneless short ribs at Aldi's, and my daughter loves this too. so I put them in a crock pot. Okay, they're boneless. There's like 6 in a pack. I put them in there, and then I put like a half a stick of butter, and then a bunch of salt, and then turn it on, let it go overnight, and then in the morning I break it up, and kind of like a pulled pork, but it's pulled beef, and then I'll eat some, and then I'll stick it in the freezer or refrigerator, and it, coagulates, and it's all like that. So you got to heat it up. But I like taking that out and putting it in a pan, heating it up, and then put some eggs in there with it. Ooh, really good. Or if I just I come home and I'm kind of hungry, but I don't want to make anything, I'll take the whole crock pot out. It's the little crock pot that Alpine Warrior had sent me. The little crock pot, I'll pull that out of the refrigerator, and I'll break through the fat, and then I'll get some juice and with a fork, and I'll sit there and I'll eat right out of it because it's mine. Yeah, and I'll eat some of the fat, even though it's cold, and how fat hardens on the top of it. I'll eat some of that. It's good. Yeah, it is. It's really good. But that's got to be one of my favorites too. Yeah, so far every meal that I've had on Carnivore is my favorite, and it's day 111, I believe. It's either 111 or 112. Going fantastic. Yeah, it is. Got some rain and wind here in eastern. Is that Massachusetts? Andover, Mass. About 20 miles from Boston. Yep. Boston, Massachusetts. So MA is Masses. That's right. Maine is ME. Yeah. You don't wonder Maine, MA. but it's Mass. Let's see. Hey, Big Mike, how are you doing? I hope you're doing good. Let's see. Awesome. Would be nice to meet you. If you're down here, awesome. Yeah. Yeah, it'd be really cool. Like I said, I love meeting everyone, and especially when you're part of the 2.0 family. It's like a family reunion. Yeah. Hey, Steve, how are you doing? Hey, Tony, it's too dang hot here in South Arkansas. Hope it's better there. You know what? This week, after the hurricane, after Debbie had gone through, because that was tropical depression at that point when it came through here, but cooler temperatures. Nights down in the 50 next week, 50s. So definitely got the underquilt going back in the backpack for when I go out. And where am I going? I don't know. I haven't figured that one out yet. No, I haven't. Yeah, covered. Oh, I'm all the way back in Covered Bridge. Hey, Leah, how are you doing? I'm a short break at work. Just saying hello for support. Well, welcome. Glad you stopped in. Hopefully work's not too bad tonight. I cooked frog legs tonight. What? You'll be jumping all around. They are tasty. Oh, they said they taste like chicken. I've never had frog legs. No, I haven't. Let's see. Oh, there's Debbie Hills. Hey, Debbie Hills, how are you doing? Glad to have you in here and glad to see you. Yes. And if you guys see the big S next to Debbie's name, that's because she's part of the 2.0 crew, which is on the membership join here. And I know I got to see where I'm camping next. We're not giving it away, though, but not next, but one of the camps. And I was asking everybody, I put out I think there was about a 3-minute just video, and I filmed it with the new camera that Johnny and Mary Detour has sent with the Osmos Pocket 3. So I filmed that, and it did great. Did you guys notice the how crisp that was. So I was at this place and it just rained, and the lighting and the reflections in the water, the camera picks it up so amazing. And I know Hammock Mountain had mentioned to me on a comment of the video that we put out Thursday. He said, wasn't that low light setting amazing? You know what? I did not use the low light setting. That was the normal setting with the camera. I was going to do low light, but I decided not to because it looked so good on my phone when I saw it. I'm like, I don't want to even go with the low light setting. And that was amazing. Just, I don't know if y'all noticed the quality of the video, but it was done in 4K, and it took 14, 12 roughly. I think it was 10. I started the upload process at 10 a.m. and it finally uploaded at 10 p.m. So it was about 12 hours to upload. I don't know if that's one because it is 4K, but maybe it was the reception. I don't know, but it did take longer. So I have to be very careful if I go out on a Wednesday night, right, and want to have a video up for Thursday. That would make it tough because if I started the upload at 10 and it went till 10 p.m., I'd never make our 6:30 time. No, so yeah, that would be a rough one. Hey, Freddie, how are you doing? Yeah. Let's see. There we go. Pics of my truck tent and AMA canopy setup are in the tent section of Discord. Oh, perfect. All right. So if y'all know, KN built Discord for Random Adventures 2.0 channel. So if you are on Discord or don't know what that is, Jeff is saying he posted some pictures. I don't get on Discord that often, but I'm trying to. I just, trying to do the Facebook 2.0 family page. I try to go on there and like everybody's stuff, that people that post pictures on there, and try to do so many other things. It's really tough to keep up with all of that. And the more comments that we get every week on videos, it's taken quite a while to respond because I like to make a comment back to everyone. But if you've noticed in the last couple of videos, a lot of times I'm just liking and hearting. Not that I don't read it, but it just takes time to go in and comment. I do talk to comment. So Wednesday, I caught up on a lot of comments that I was behind on while I was outside of the VA in Lebanon, Pennsylvania, when I took George down on Wednesday. So I was glad I did the video and it got uploaded on Tuesday because I wanted to get that out of the way so that I could take him to the VA because he had to go to the VA. He goes every Wednesday. I don't always have to take him, but they were having a problem with the truck that he drives, and he shouldn't be driving his truck that far. So there's a couple of us that are concerned with him and take him to the VA. And I told Ed the other day, I said, hey, you're having a problem with your car. And so let me get my video done and I'll take him Wednesday. So that's what I did last Wednesday. And it gave me a good opportunity to catch up on comments because I'm outside at Lebanon waiting for him to get done with his appointment, which all worked great. Yes, please do hit that like button, right? All right, we got a question here. I finally got to a question. You probably posted it like 20 minutes ago. Yep, you did. Exactly 20 minutes ago because it's 8:22. Have you spent much time in the Cherry Springs area, tent camping there end of October and asking for feedback? I, believe it or not, don't know where Cherry Springs is. So I wouldn't be able to give you any feedback. However, John, there's probably a lot of people on here, or maybe some people that might know where Cherry Springs is. Yeah, and maybe they can help you out, brother. But I don't. I've never been, but maybe that's a place I need to learn. Yeah. Alpine Warrior says, question, Tony, with all this rain lately, did you have to use your umbrella hat? No, I didn't. Yeah. So that's the when I did a car camp, he had sent me as a joke, and I said I would use it eventually. And on a car camp, thunderstorm car camp last fall, I put it on. So that's the umbrella hat that's got all the different colors on it. And I said, oh, got the umbrella hat on. But no, I didn't. I'll tell you what, I could have used it though. But Miss 2.0 wouldn't wear it. It was pouring down rain, and she asked me, she said, do you have an umbrella? And I was like, well, I gave you my last umbrella out of the car. You should have an umbrella. And she's like, oh, I don't know where it's at. So I said, well, let me run to Dollar General and buy an umbrella. So I went out to my car just to double check that I didn't stick it back in there, but I know where it goes. And it wasn't there. So by the time I just went maybe 15 feet to the car, opened up the door, I got drenched. I mean, drenched. And got in the car, ran to get an umbrella, came back, and got out of the car, got drenched again, got drenched going into the store. I was soaked down to my socks. My underwear were soaked. My belt was soaked, and it's a canvas belt. And I brought the umbrella in, and she had to go do one or two more things before she left for work. And I'm like all excited because I got her an umbrella. Save the day. And I got the umbrella. I went out on the porch, went poofed it out to her for her, and held it over, and the rain stopped. I mean, literally stopped. And we closed it back up. And I said, keep this one in your car. Yeah. So, yeah, that was funny. Yeah. Yep. Question marks before a question. Appreciate it. Yeah. Hey, Outdoor Happy Brenda. Welcome. I'm late again, but good evening, everyone. Yes, good evening to you too, Brenda. Yeah. And I've been checking your channel out. Yeah. And you're doing some good stuff over there. Hey, Tony 2.0. Sorry I'm late. Hey, Trapper. Hope your mom and everybody's doing good. Your mom and dad. Maybe text me an update soon. Yes. Chuck Jones got a question. How did that happen? Question mark. Laugh out loud. Hello again. What happened? So I missed it. Let's see. How did that happen? Laugh out loud. Hello again, Tony, Lisa, and everyone. All righty. Yeah, I apologize for. You probably said something and I missed it. Yeah, or you're responding to something I said. I apologize. Loved your stealth video. Thank you, Trapper. Yep, and don't forget, there's Cab7 who did that super chat. Really greatly appreciated again, brother. Really appreciate it. Stitch got to head out. Y'all play nice. I'll be listening though. Stitch must be cooking. Yeah. Hey Lou, how are you doing, brother? Okay, so why am I going to date? I might tell you. Hey Terry, how are you doing? Ozark Great Adventures, how are you doing? Ozark's Great Adventures, Southern Missouri. Howdy. Let's see. Foothills of the Appalachia. Some people go, why do you say Appalachia? Because that's what it's called. It's not Appalachian. It's Appalachia. There's people from Appalachia area say Appalachia. So Stitch and I were talking about this the other day. But if you follow any thru hikers, majority of all of them say Appalachia, not Appalachian. Anyhow, get off topic. Yeah. Yeah. You are still a good artist. Thank you. Keep pushing it, brother. Yes. Thank you. 82 watching right now. Ooh, that was back 20 minutes ago. We got 90 watching. Awesome. Yeah, Squirrel says hit that like button, right? Wow, what a beef. Oh, okay. So we're getting to the picture. Yeah, thank y'all, everyone. Yeah. Hey, Big Al, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome from Minnesota. Yeah. Let's see, Cowboy Brian. Howdy. Hi from Cowboy Brian. How you doing, Cowboy Brian? That's nice, Tony. I'm an artist also. Awesome, Tony. Or Terry. I said my own name. That's awesome. Yeah, I tell you what, it's fun creating things, isn't it? Yeah. Ah, Steve, your dad was an artist. Well, he sold insurance to feed us, but he was also a talented sketch and paint guy. Uh, I inherited zero, zero of it. Steve, I'm sure you could make a stick figure, and that's art, right? Yeah. Hey, Chris, how are you doing? Chris Schultz. Hello, everyone. All right. So why am I going? Thank you, Alric. I know I keep going and looking because I want to say thank y'all to everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, appreciate it. Yes, yes. Thank you. What? Cab 7 again. Thank you so much. And that was a while ago. I apologize for missing that. Fellow artist here. Ooh, acrylic landscape artist. Yeah, I wasn't much of a painter unless I was doing my Bob Ross sedation and using ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise on the side of a car doing the mountains. Yeah, with the spatula and stuff. Yeah, well, thank you very much for that. I do really, really appreciate that. Uh, Austin, yeah. Let's see. Let's see, never mind, huh? Yeah. We have a cabin near Jasper. Okay, 25 months. Oh, but our home is in the Louisiana border. Okay, cool. Oh, I want to keep reading these. Hey, Hammock Mountain brother, how are you doing? All right. So, why am I going to date? So, probably about 5 months ago, as y'all know, my son is in Space Force. He did 5.5 years of the Army. Then, when Space Force came out and they asked him to come over into Space Force, he did go, moved over. So he was the first generation Space Force. And his time in the Space Force was ending. And they had a thing because they're part of the Air Force where if your time ran out, you could reenlist, but you had to wait 3 months. And he's like, several months ago, he was like, Dad, I've got a new baby. So my grandson, new baby, and I'm not going to be able to, just sit around for 3 months. So I'm just going to go ahead and put some applications out, just because I got to do something. And so he did, and I wasn't quite sure how it was going, but I'm always very encouraging of Jonathan, whatever he does. And he told me that he got an offer for a job on the Air Force Base out in Dayton as a contractor working for a firm doing communications and stuff and things like that, because he's in satellite communications and repair. So he's like, I took it, because I haven't heard anything. And he says, I don't want to wait 3 months to resign. And I couldn't understand it because I'm like, why would they do that? You lose so much good talent. So he took the job, did the interview, took their offer, started the process of looking for a house and everything to make the move because he he didn't want to wait for 3 months without any income coming. So he took it, and then he just sent me a picture of his last meal on on base the other day. I saw him yesterday. They came up for the family reunion, but in the meantime, he said during his last meal they changed, like 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago, they changed it to where you can re-sign. You don't have to wait 3 months. Stupidest thing I ever heard. And he's like, well, I already took this job. And Jonathan's very loyal. If he gives someone his word, he's going to do it. And he gave that company his word. Not only that, it's definitely more income and stuff like that for his growing family. Not that they're expecting again, but you know, Lord willing, they want to have more, but he wants to get settled. So he was trying to figure out how he was going to get his wife and son out there, and he was going to drive the cats. Maybe I could come down. He was trying to get someone to fly with them out there, and then he would drive. They've got 3 cats. Drive the 3 cats out, and he was trying to. And I thought, well, your 1-year-old son's never flown before. Why are we flying? You know, why don't I drive the cats? And you know better how your wife is with breastfeeding and all that stuff, and what your needs of or your son. Why don't you drive her out? I'll follow you with the cats. It's a 8-hour drive from Glen Burnie, Maryland. Said we can do a halfway, but you know, we'll get to Dayton, Ohio. And he's like, that's a great idea. So I'm gonna be going down to Glen Burnie on the 19th, and then we're gonna do our drive on the 20th. Probably stop in Pittsburgh on the 20th, sometime in the late afternoon. We're going to try to do about 4.5 hours because I got 3 cats in the car. In the Subaru, he's got a cage for them, though. But then we're going to stay over at some relatives, and then we're going to leave there from Pittsburgh and make the 4.5 hour drive to Dayton, where he's going to be moving in. They got a house in the historic district area. So yeah, as long as everything goes right, I'm going to be driving out there next Monday. So, or driving to Glen Burnie next Monday. So a lot coming together there. But yes, he said when he sent me a picture of the cheesesteak, the last meal that he was eating on base down there in Maryland, and I said, "Oh, it looks good." And he said, and then he sent me a picture, or not a picture, a comment, and said, "Yeah, and I forget what rank he was, but he said, yeah, the Army stopped by and they were really trying to get me to re-enlist, and I could, but I already gave that company my word. I'd be starting September 3rd is when he starts. So yeah, so he's going to be venturing on a new career as a contractor for the military. Yes. Ribeye and a side of ribeye. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. We know each other, don't we? Hey, Donald, how are you doing? You sure you can sure eat, dude. Yeah. There's a couple of people that said, man, that size of that ribeye, my wife and I couldn't both eat that together, sharing it. And believe it or not, when I'm done, when I say, oh, I don't know if I can eat all this, I'll bring you back on the last bite. If I had another one, it would probably be on the grill. Yeah. And they say on the carnivore, you eat till it doesn't taste good anymore. So really, I eat whenever. A lot of times, well, that one I had to wait because it was still frozen, which I could have put it on while it was frozen. I kept the center raw, which I like doing. I forget what it's called when you eat tartar. Is that what it's called? I don't know. Hey, Jimmy, how are you doing? Hey, Tony from Glasgow, Scotland. Here, Glasgow, Scotland here. Really love your show. Well, I love that you love it. Jimmy Tick, 74. Welcome all the way from Scotland. Ooh, I wish I had some bagpipes to play. I can't play them, but hey, I could play some music of it. I love bagpipes. Yes, I do. Shippensburg, Pennsylvania. Yeah, when I've gone down to south, down 81 Go right through Shippensburg. 81? Yeah. And go right through Shippensburg. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, how cool is that, right, Steve? It's just started pouring here. Whoa, it just started pouring here in Christchurch, New Zealand. Oh, wow. Was hot and sunny 10 minutes ago. I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, it can come up quick, can it? Yeah, I need to do a rain camp again. I like doing rain camps. Yeah. Hey, Ed, how are you doing? Uh, the face tracking was great. Yeah, and like I said, with that video and me using the Osmo Pocket 3 for the first time, I'm trying to learn it. And you know what was funny? When I said, oh, I'm sitting on the back of the car and I go, oh, I was so, my stomach was, it wasn't upset or anything, but you know how you get little knots in your stomach before you do something? I was like watching videos even before I left the house, like trying to catch up on a few more things, learn a few more things about the camera. And I was like, oh, and then I'm going downstairs and I'm saying goodbye to Lisa. And she's like, are you all right? And I'm like, oh, I'm just so nervous about filming this. And someone commented, Tony camps, stealth camps behind billboards, behind all these things out in the middle of the woods all by himself. And he's nervous about a camera. Yeah, but I was, because I've gotten so good with filming with my phone that I don't want there to be, I know there's a learning curve, but I didn't want to compromise the quality of what we've become to know as the 2.0 videos. Because it's been a process when you watch the early days of the videos, and it progresses more and more. So I didn't want to lose that. And that's why I just crash coursed as many videos as I could watch on tips and tricks and settings and everything. And it was finally time to put it to practice. So that was going to be the first video with it. And like I said, I'm still learning, but some of the low shots, learning that I could use the app on my phone to turn it on and off and go set up a shot and then walk over to where it's at, pull up the app on my phone where I can see the camera, make sure everything looks good. I can reposition the gimbal from the phone and focus on something. And then when I'm ready, hit record on my phone and then know I've got the shot. First time I ever did it, and it was on that video, and I was loving it. And throughout the video, I was actually, throughout the evening of filming and into the next day, I was learning stuff while I was doing it. And so and you know, with the face tracking and stuff, I really love that, because a lot of times to get some of that, not all of it, but some of it, to get kind of a little bit of that, I would have to move the camera or do B-roll to get like a little bit different of perspective. But this is like a cameraman in your pocket. It's following you, and it's, you know, like when I walked over to put the fire maple flat grill, link in the description, fire maple flat grill down on the ground. As I walked, it actually panned back and gave you more of a perspective, and you could see my feet and my head, so it gave you the whole look. And I saw that in the editing. I was like, oh wow, I didn't realize it did that. So knowing that, but one of the things about face tracking, you'll notice I tried to do a little bit of B-roll over top of it, close quarters in the car. I should have just fixed it, because there's a set amount of space. So when you're moving just a little bit, or you put your hand up a little bit, it's going to focus on different things and move. So that's one thing that I did learn. So I know when I do the hammock and I've got it in there, I don't want it on face tracking because it's so close. But I'm thinking face tracking is good if you've got an area where you're close, but then you move away and then move over. This isn't face tracking. But the face tracking is amazing. And like they said in their stuff is like, hey, it's like having a cameraman in your pocket. Yeah. And I felt like I had a whole camera crew with me. And it was really learning on the job. So, which a lot of times you can study something all day long, but until you actually go to do it, that's where you learn. And I knew I had to get out there and do my first video with it. Um, and the only thing that I didn't do in that video with the Pocket 3 was in the beginning when you see me driving up that grade. Now that grade on that road was this much, and with that rain that we just had, good thing I did that video because it's washing out more and more. But I took the Pocket 3 and I stuck it in a pouch in my backpack, and it's face tracking me, right? And then I look, and then I'm driving up the hill. But I didn't want it because I'm stealth camping up there. I didn't want anybody to see me driving, backing up and driving up and down, getting different shots and things like that. I decided to use my phone and mount it to the dash like I always do so that I could get a dual perspective and then just overlap some of the footage. And so I did use my phone. There's probably going to be a few times that I still use my phone with things, but for the majority, I'm going to do that. Now, in the editing process, one of the things that I notice is because it's 4K and it's shot on something other than my phone, and I move it to my phone, it has to process to be used in my editing app. So there's more processing, even in the editing, to make it so it flows to be edited, so I can edit it. And then when you upload it off of the phone to your stuff to final process it, it processes again. So there's some different processings that's going back and forth. I'm getting in the weeds. Yeah. Anyhow, that was boring. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to keep going down here. Hey, Joyce, how are you doing? Hello, Tony 2.0. My husband and I watch you all the time. Well, I really, really appreciate it. And thanks for watching, both of y'all. Really, really a blessing. Yes, it is. Hey, we got Maria's got a question here. Hey, Tony, how is Big Dog doing? Been praying for him. He is doing good. He's got an appointment coming up on the 16th, which is his last treatment to just see if they can hold off the lymph node cancer that he has. But it's been in remission, but it's coming back. And then after that, he'll know he's going to probably have to do a 30-day in the hospital treatment. And I know I'll be traveling prior to him having to go into that. I believe I'll probably be back. Yeah, the 16th is coming up very quick. But him and I spoke the other day. He's figuring he might have to definitely go. Yeah. Oh, really? Oh, wow. I also go to the Lebanon VA Med Center. Thank God for the VA. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, George goes every Wednesday. He's got, complications from Agent Orange and stuff, and he just fell again the other night. I just put a bandage on the top of his head, a big square bandage. The very Thursday, we got back from the VA. He went home. I dropped him off at his house, got him in his house, and he gets up in the middle of the night because he takes water pills and everything like that, and he's not real stable on his feet all the time. And he sat down in his chair, ended up falling off of his chair because he fell asleep. It's a couple times he's done that now. Fell asleep in his chair, and his skin's like paper. If you just push it, it rips. So I saw him the next morning for coffee, and he asked me to put a bandage on his head. So I put a big bandage on it that he had. I actually had the bandages in my car because coming out of the VA, he said, hang on to them. I'll get them from you tomorrow. So I didn't know he'd need them. But yeah, he's continue to pray for George. Let's see. We got a question here from Ralston. I don't know how to pronounce it. I apologize. Ralstonian, I believe. Music report. If I just say it real quick, it'd probably come right out. Let's see. So Steve says, Tony, have you ever made it up to New England to do any camps? Not New England. I've been up to the Adirondacks with Alpine Warrior, but never to New England yet. But that's something I'd love to do. That's what I was hoping to do maybe this fall, go this way. But I might be driving back out to Colorado here coming up shortly after I go to Ohio and back. Yeah, and I know on the 13th, if anyone's wondering, I think it's September 13th, is going to be Maha, Mid-Atlantic Hammock Hangers. So go on over to Dutchwear.com, Dutch's site, and check out. He's got a calendar there of events that are coming up, hammock hangs, and their fall hammock hang is coming up in September 13th. Yeah. Hey Mick, how you doing? Hey Tony, love you from Cocoa Beach, Florida. Can't wait till HangCon. Absolutely, I'm definitely going to be working my way down there again this first part of next year. Yeah. Just past your house. Did you? Hey, Skeeter. Yeah, I'm doing good. Hey, JC, how you doing? God bless y'all. Yeah, Tony, God bless you too. Hey, Thomas Moore. Hi, Tony. This is Thomas. I met you at the Turkey Hill last week, and I've been watching ever since. Hope all is well. Praying for you. I'll stay tuned. Love it. Hey, Thomas, I love that you and I got to meet and pray together. And yeah, you're a blessing, brother. Keep it up. Yeah, many, many blessings to you. And hey, that was God's way of bringing two people's paths cross, and it was just amazing how that happened. And it just felt like as you were walking by, I'd ask you a question, and before you know it, and that was the spirit, because I found out you're a fellow Christian brother, and that is so awesome. And I'm so glad. I hope you're enjoying all the videos. Absolutely. Sounds like Rendezvous Tony. Yeah. It's Appalachia. Yes. Let's see, Bob Ross. Oh, am I really that behind? What time is it? 9:13. And where are we at in comments? Not too. I stick right around that same time. Hey, Joyce, how are you doing? Finally got some rain yesterday. Had a good-sized thunderstorm. Good though in the late go through the late afternoon. See, I can't read. Still coming for the orphan. Still caring for the orphan kittens, and they are doing well. That's awesome. Yes. And thank you for taking care of them as well. Yes, definitely, John. Thank you for your service. Yes. Hey, Kitchen Witch, how are you doing? Steve Cousins, we can only hope and wait for the next meetup at Knoebels. Yeah. I do want to do that at Knoebels. I know I talked about it in the spring. I just recently learned that all I got to do is go register tables, and they'll mark them out for me for that date, and it's no fee, no cost, no nothing. They let you have them, and figure everybody that came can walk into the park and get French fries and hamburgers or whatever they want. A lot of food in the park. Yeah, there's a lot in there. Coffee and iced coffee. frappuccinos, roller coasters. Yeah, a lot of stuff. Yeah. Yeah, maybe we could all get together and do a 2.0 huge roller coaster ride on the one of the oldest wooden roller coasters. I think it's called the Phoenix. Oldest roller coasters in the United States. Wooden, old rickety thing. Yeah, I remember riding it and putting my hand on Jonathan's head to hold him down in the seat as we were going like that. Yeah, and you fly out of your seat. You're like, oh, I'm gonna fly completely out. Yeah. Hey, Florida, how you doing? Yes, yes. Am in Winter Park. Oh, cool. Hey, Dan, Barefoot Dan. Yeah. Hey, Tony, I'm new to RA 2.0. Watched quite a few episodes already, though. Love what you do. Love your positive attitude. I'm just north of you in the Southern Tier, New York. Oh, that is so cool. Yeah, welcome, Dan, to the 2.0 family, and love having you in here. And I am looking forward to maybe one day getting back up there and doing a meetup up in New York. We got 82 people watching. That's what me glaring like that. I'm looking at the phone because I got my screen way over. Yeah. Oh, but didn't that camera pick up the something just popped in my mind again. So didn't that camera pick up the fire? Really cool. And well, not two strike, Tony. I said quite a few more strikes. It was actually 6 strikes to get that fire plug lit. It started on 3, and I always do have trouble holding it low enough inside of that grill to pull it up. I should have put the grate on top. The grate folds in half. I should have put the grate on top, got the fire maple fire plug, or no, Bigfoot Bushcraft fire plug right on the top, and did it on the top of it and just picked it up and stuck it in the bottom. I think I'd have been either 1 or 2 strike Tony. Yeah. But instead we were 6, and we got it done though, right? All right. Isn't it fun when you're going to get when they realize Dad's a pretty sharp guy? You know what? Yeah, takes them so long to figure that out, right? I know a lot of us can say that, right? Born in Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania. Yeah, Bloomsburg's not far from me. Yeah. Yeah, Bloomsburg is a pretty cool place. That's where the fair is every year, Bloomsburg Fair. That's coming up end of September, I believe. Hey, Noah, how are you doing, Noah Miller? Hi, how are you? Chico Cha. No, wait, Chico, California, probably not Cha. Chico, California. Yeah, steak tartare. That's what raw steak is. That's right. I thought that's what I remember. Let's see, Washington State on the eastern side towards Idaho. Let's see. Leonard's got some question marks there. Oh, right before that, let me say, howdy, Tony. Hello from Kansas. Hey, Adam, how you doing? So over half a foot of rain fell down this morning, starting at 2 a.m. 8.5 inches of rain today. Wow, that's a lot of rain. All right, we got another question here. Tony, do you ever make it up to Massachusetts or the New England area for RA 2.0 Avengers? No, like I said, as far as I've been is the Adirondacks. When I was up and saw Alpine Warrior up there, and we did a camp with Stitch, flew into Vermont. We picked them up over there and came back over to the Adirondacks and did a hammock hang together, the 3 of us. Yes. Oh, good night, Maria. Hey, Robert, how are you doing? From the Valley of the Sun, Tucson, Arizona. Hey, JCR Outdoors. Hello from Northwest Ohio. Ever been to Mo Hitchin State Forest. I'm new to your channel. Really been enjoying your videos. Well, welcome, and I appreciate that. No, I haven't. The only time I ever camped in Ohio was with Sam from the Northwest Wind. That was up near Cleveland. But I am going to be going to Dayton, and I'm looking to do some videoing on the way back because I got to come back to PA. And I was looking at some of the different places out there. I'm really not sure what I'm going to do yet, but I only got a week to plan for that because I got to drive out next Monday, a week from tomorrow. But yeah, I'll have to check that out, Mohegan State Forest. Yeah, I will check that out. Oh, yeah. All right. Good night, good night, good night. Yeah, giving them a bottle. Yeah, I remember doing that with some youngster kittens. Have to go. Good night, Joseph. Please pray for Tawana Huron. Her sugar drops to 62, then jumped up to 257. Yes, definitely. Many prayers. And I'm learning a lot about things that can affect your blood sugar. A lot of stuff, even infection, can like if you got a small infection, just all kinds of things. I was watching that Dr. Ken Berry last night. Just looked up, what can cause your blood sugar to be elevated, and he gave a really good because there's. I'll let you watch it. Go over, just put in Dr. Ken Berry and what affects blood sugar levels. Yeah, a lot of stuff affects blood sugar. That's not always glucose. so it's crazy. A lot of information. I thought the video with that new gizmo was really good. Your video graphic has always been top notch, but this added some to it. Well, yes, greatly appreciate that. Yeah, I'm. It's gonna be pretty cool. Now, one thing that I will have to be careful with is that the Osmo Pocket 3 is not weatherproof or waterproof, so I've got to be definitely cautious during rain in areas when I've got rain. So that's why I said in some instances I will have to use my regular phone that I've always used, especially in wet situations, because I don't want anything to affect that. I've just been, like I said, studying up on it all the time ever since I was blessed with that gift from Mary and Johnny. Yes. Let's see. Did I get it right? Cool. Hey, good night, Cowboy Brian. Yeah, 5 a.m. comes very early. Yeah, it does. Yeah. Hey, Night Rider. Welcome. Glad to see you back. Evening, Tony in chat. There's Sweet Lisa 22. Hello, everyone. Why, hello, Sweet Lisa. And Miss 2.0, as y'all know, her name's Lisa too. She's at work tonight. She actually didn't have to work today, but we were visiting with Jonathan last night because he got like an Airbnb here in town. So we went over to his place last night after we got back from Knoebels, and Miss 2.0 looked on her phone. There was a they post things at work, and they needed someone for tonight. So she was like, "Well, I'm off, but." They do certain offers, and she's like, "Oh, if it's still there, I'm going." And she got the wing that she loves. She loves being on the dementia wing, um, and so she was on there tonight. So I ran her a coffee and a couple chomps. Yeah, we sent her, took a couple chomps in for her for the evening, and I've got a steak cooked up for her for a little bit later when she gets home. Yeah. Hey, Richard, how are you doing? Hey, Tony, late again. Better late than never. Yeah. Hey, Brandy, how are you doing? Brandy's got one of the gifted memberships, or is part of the 2.0 crew, and has been seeing some of the postings that are on there, and some of the old stuff that I just used to have them as private, and I made them public or member for the members to see. But I try to film little clippets here and there. Oh, I did want to thank Mr. Ed for recently doing Patreon. So he became a $10. Because on there it's $1, but he wanted to do 10. And thank you very much, Mr. Ed, for becoming a Patreon member as well. Hey, Sunny Dreams, how are you doing? Hello, family. I loved your last video. Well, thank you very much. And like I said, the quality of that video was amazing. Now, I don't know what it looked like on a big screen TV. I hope it looked good. Yeah, I do. But I know it looked really good on our smaller screen TV. So I'm hoping it translated real good to a 4K TV. Yeah. All right. Good night, Skeeter. Let's see. Hey, Shadow Warrior Survival. How you doing? Hey, Tony. Heard you're headed to Colorado soon. What part? I live in the Montrose area, and there's a couple of places I could let you know where to go. Awesome videos, by the way. Well, thank you very much, Shadow. I will probably be going to Colorado Springs, but all the details aren't worked out. It was just something. So is Miss 2.0 on here? So what I do is I will let her know that, because Stitch and I have been planning this ever since last year. He said, "Yeah, you got to come back out here and do a camp with Alpine." I don't know if we're was going to go as well, but we talked about when we did our camp up in the Adirondacks that maybe next year in the fall, which was coming up, that we could go do a camp out in Colorado. However, I mentioned it to Miss 2.0 the other day. I said, "Yeah." So I don't know about flying, with, doing all that with the gear and all that stuff, flying and flying in, plus the cost of it. I mean, it costs to drive too, but I don't have to pay for hotels because I can camp in the Subaru. I've got a hammock too, so if I find a place, find some woods, I can always camp my cross. I camped my way across to Canada, California, and back. So it's almost like I would just do gas, just have to spend gas money and food. But I got the refrigerator. I can pack it full of hamburger meat and head on out. Yeah, cook up a bunch of hamburgers and stick them in Ziploc bags and just pull them out and eat them. I've eaten a lot of them cold like that out of the back of the car. But yeah, eggs and all kinds. So I could cook my way to Colorado and back. But yeah, I'm thinking of driving and doing a few stops, because for me it's 27 hours roughly. So I'm thinking taking maybe 3 days. That's 8 hours, a little over 8 hours a day. Maybe 4 days. So I was talking to Miss 2.0 about it. I said, "Yeah." I said, it's going to be days for me to get out there, but maybe I can film on the way out, do some different things, not film as much of me driving like I did for our travel video going to places, but do more of trying to figure out places to camp and stuff on the way out to Colorado, do some videos in Colorado, camping with Stitch, and then work my way back. Maybe do some in Ohio, maybe shoot up to Michigan. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. So it's all in the planning stages, but the only thing it would be considering is just the cost. The only thing I really got to do is the cost of gas. Yeah, and food. But I got to eat anyhow, right? And we'll just do it that way. But yeah, I don't know. Shadow, send me an email, and then I can send me an email, and I'll send you my phone number, and then that way you can text me your number on text me, and then the way I can get your number, and you and I can correspond and talk. All right. So, all righty. Hey, Brian, how are you doing? I'm very thankful. Yeah, Adam, I'm very thankful for the gifted membership I received 2 weeks ago. I love all the perks. I plan to continue the membership. Oh, that's so awesome. I love all the extras. Everyone sign up to join. Hey, thanks for being a salesperson. No, just kidding. But thank you very, very much. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to try to do more and more with that because it's so easy. I don't have to edit anything, and I can just film and then poop, pop it right up on there. Like just things that I'm looking at. I'm going to probably start doing a few more like just fun things. Like maybe if I stop somewhere, go in and get a coffee, you know, I'll talk. But more of a vloggy kind of thing. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Let's see. Mohican. 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 Kind of like the Mohican Sun. The arena. I don't know if that's the same as the arena up there where Pittsburgh Penguins, the Baby Pens play. Mohican. Mohican. Oh, well, so awesome there, Hammock Mountain. Gifted a membership to someone. So that is awesome, brother. Okay. Let's see. So yeah, Hammock Mountain went on and gifted a membership, and it looks like I can't see who it came through to. I can't see. So thank you very much, Hammock Mountain, for doing that. For someone is going to be getting a blessing. Hi, Tony. As of August 28th, I will be subbed to you for 1 year. Oh, you got an anniversary coming up. Welcome for the 1 year anniversary of the 2.0 family. Absolutely. Thank you for inspiring me to camp again. Wow. That's so awesome, Kim. That's great to hear testimonies and stories like that. Really, really, really appreciate that. Yeah. Yeah, they behaved to Stitch, but you were listening not too far away. What'd you cook? Yes. Hey, Knight Rider Gaming. Okay, congratulations, Knight Rider Gaming, for that gift from Hammock Mountain. Yep, enjoy the videos. Yeah, and special access to the join tab. Yes. Member only videos. I want to do some more things on there. Give them a try. What? Adam gifted a membership too. That is so cool, Adam. Thank you for doing that. And when I get down lower, I'm going to find out who is the recipient of that. But I was just going to say, enjoy looking at some of the older stuff on there too. Yeah, a lot of stuff. And like I say, the more I get used to doing certain things and just comfortable, just pulling the camera out just for spontaneous things. If y'all don't mind, I'm just going to throw that kind of stuff up on there as well. Let's see. Yeah. There we go. Adam says enjoy. So Steve Covens got it though. The warmth and greatness of this group is amazing. I don't know of any other channel full of so much love. It's why we are all here. It's so appealing. You guys are the best, and I want to echo that. This channel would be absolutely nothing without you guys, and so welcoming of so many into the channel, and just y'all build relationships in the chat, and I see it every week. New people coming in and just being absorbed right into the 2.0 family, and it's because of y'all that you make so many feel welcomed, and it's so much of your love that they experience, and it's really a blessing to watch and to know that I'm just a small part of it, and that we're building such a blessing of a community around the channel. Shadow Warrior says no problem. And there's also McClure Pass, a great fishing. Okay. I'll have to check all those things out. Hey, Brad, how are you doing? Hope you had a great weekend. I did. Yeah, I got to see a lot of people, a lot of family reunion. So got to see a lot of family on Lisa's mom's side, or Lisa's side, but Lisa in particular, Lisa's mom's side of the family, not dad's side, but mom's side of the family. People that I haven't seen. Oh my goodness, Jason. Last time I saw him, he was still going to high school, and he's 42. So, yeah. Wow. Yeah, just people are growing up. And it was so when Miss 2.0 and I used to go to the family reunion when we only had a couple kids. As y'all know, we have 6, or maybe you don't know, but Miss 2.0 and I together have 6 children. When I say together, meaning we had them together, like she's the mom and I'm the dad. It's not blended. We didn't want any kids when we got married. We thought kids were brats because we were both brats. But we ended up having our first child, and then we're like, well, they're brats, but hey, they're our own brats, right? But no, that was pre Christ. 3 years later, we received Christ, and our family grew, and didn't see them as brats. We saw them as arrows in our quiver. And but we used to go to family reunions. That line of her relatives had a family reunion. I remember going there when her grandmother was, oh goodness. Okay, so we first started going with our children. Our oldest was 5, and our youngest was newborn. And we would go to Knoebels, go over to the pavilion and hang out with family, and they'd be playing pinochle. All the grandmothers and grandfathers and stuff would be playing pinochle, and great cousins and stuff. And we would take the kids, say hi to everybody, and then we'd take the kids into the park, go on the kiddie rides, and well, one of them couldn't ride anything. And so we used to do that at the family reunion, and we did that for a couple of years, and then, the older ones that used to host it passed away, and it hadn't been done for a long time. So Lisa's one aunt from out in Washington State organized it, flew in for it, and she's in for a while now, but organized it earlier this year for this date. And we all met up. And like I said, we haven't been, oh goodness, seen people for 20 some years. They haven't done it. And just to see, it was like, it shows you how old you are. And it's like time goes so fast that the kids that were there, like my daughter, she was 1 year old. All right. And she got there earlier than we did, but then we met everybody over at the Cosmotron. My daughter brought her two kids, which is, 2 years old is the youngest, and two and three. Their kids. And we saw other people, their relatives, were their young kids, young kids, were bringing their kids. And it's like, we're the ones going to sit around and play pinochle. But it's just amazing how that time just goes so fast. And it's like, where did it go? And so I encourage you that if you haven't spoken to someone in a long time, don't put it off. Try to get together and reach out to one another. And because before you know it, time goes fast, too fast. Yeah, it goes way fast. I don't want to be Tony Downer. 2.0 Downer, thinking about time. Yeah. New to the channel, yeah, Tawana Hearn, welcome, and be definitely praying for your sugars. Yes, and glad you're part of the 2.0 family. Absolutely. Yeah. Hey, Red, never too late. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, Steve, I was wondering because I was like, "Hey, Brad," and then I was Beard, and then I said, "Oh, Brad," and glad to see that there. Let's see. Hey, I do adventures. How are you doing, brother? Hello, family. Okay, am I getting close? Am I getting close? So, hey, Patrick, how are you doing, Patrick P? Were you? I don't know if you were out camping this weekend, but thanks for sending me all the pictures of you camping. Well, you and I still got to take you up on that coffee. Yes. Okay. Good night. Victory shout. School bell has gone for the end of lunch. Oh, what? Oh, that's right over New Zealand. Us teachers need to go teach the beautiful teachers. Absolutely. Yeah, everybody's got a teacher they remember too. Absolutely. And you're probably already back in the classroom. Yeah. Well, thank you for what you're doing. Okay. Is that for me, Tawana? If it is, the weather's good. The last 2 days, beautiful. So Friday was terrible, because that's when Debbie went up through. And so it was bad. And then yesterday, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Today, beautiful. No humidity, high 70s. Nice. Yeah. Oh, what? Am I all the way to the end? Yes, I am. It's the. Let me see what Steve's saying here. It's the only thing I watch that makes me tear up at times. Steve, that's awesome. As good as you are, Tony, and as great as this tribe is, it's not you, it's not us, It's Jesus. Amen. And I totally 100% agree with that. It's only any good thing comes from the Father. Absolutely. And him working through us. And if anybody is experiencing much love, we know who's reaching out before us. All right. So I want to thank Patrick again for the gift that we opened last week. You guys got a chance to see that gift on our video when I did a step 2. A step 2-ish. Oh, wait, that's right. Stitch named it step 2.0. So it was not a step 2, but it was step 2.0. Yeah. Please remember a lightly tap on that thumbs up before you go. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Hammock Mountain, for showing that. Hey, Eva, I was just going to stand up. Oh, hey, Eva, how you doing? Hello, Tony. Another awesome camp in the bag. Absolutely. And where am I camping at next? I don't know. After I'm done off here, I'm trying to think of stuff to do today, and I wasn't coming up with anything. But that's sometimes how it works. Yep. I'll just pray and ask the Lord to show me what to do, and hopefully we can get it done. Hello and happy Sunday to Tony 2.0 and family. Hello, Stitch and everyone. Hello, Eric. Welcome to tonight's Sunday Night Live, which is 9:46, meaning in 14 minutes we're going to be here for, and we got 66 people watching. So I got to remember to get this out. I put this in the cooler. Oh, I hope it didn't freeze. It is so cold. I don't know if I'll be able to open this. I was hoping to drink a seltzer water tonight on here, but sometimes it doesn't feel frozen. I only have it in there for, well, I guess almost 2 hours now. Put it in right before we went live. But this, if y'all don't know that, if y'all watched the video the other night, you'll know this is a gift from Patrick that he sent us. Not beer, American spring water. 0 carbs, 0 alcohol, and 0 calories. Yeah. So I'm not going to open it. Never a bad time, right at the top. I don't know if you can see it around the rim. It says, never a bad time. Yeah. Because I think if I open that, it's not ice yet. Shake it and open it. What could go wrong? Well, it's that I know what could go wrong. Yeah. Oh, we should celebrate. Oh, shake it up. Here we go. Yeah, no, I don't think. What do I want? What did I want to show? Did I want to show you all anything? Oh, I got to use the chainsaw for the first time. You know what? I'm going to shut this off. I'm going to shut this air conditioner off. You know what? What I might do. Oh, the wrong way. There we go. Now you can hear me better. I tell you what, I'm going to grab a warm one, which is room temperature, because I need to drink something. I already finished my water. So, all right. Well, like I said on there, Steve, he came to the United States camping with Steve, and he's the one that made the step 2s possible. Oh, no, don't shake it. Right? Takes the cup. Yeah, laugh out loud, Stitch. So he's the one that made step 2s famous, because he always did a step 2. But I did a step 2 in honor of him. Never a bad time. There we go. But this is carbonated spring water. Ooh, it's good. It's really good. Get it near this. There we go. Because I need a little bubbly. Yeah. All right. So, well, here's to a good week last week, and here's to an even better week next week. to all of y'all, cheers. And yeah. Oh man, I like carbonation every once in a while. I just won't burp. Yeah. All right. Well, so I was using the headphones, so I went back to using the speaker. Stitch and I were talking about when I was using the headphones. They're good if I've got bringing someone on. However, it was kind of muffled and things, so I'm back to using the mic that's on here. These were the DJI mics that Emma Brown had sent us, so that's I got the transmitter on there, and so I went back to using this when I'm not bringing someone on. If I'm not interviewing someone on here, I think it sounds much better, and I agreed with Stitch about that. You're hurting my brain, old and cracking it. All right. Oh, what did old Kraken Dated said? If you drink water in the spring, does that make it spring water? Yeah. Actually, I wonder what fall water would be. A waterfall. If you drink it near a waterfall, would it be a waterfall? Dixie Cup, my summer water is called beer. Stitch says to Dixie Cup, my summer water is beer. You make coffee with summer water because it's already hot. Old and crackadated. I tell you what, you come up with some really, really good ones. Hey, Alex. Oh, finally brought down and bought a chomps a stick. Yeah. Oh, I actually just went to Walmart and they come 8 in a bag at Walmart. So a lot of times I'll go and get individual ones at Aldi's, but they have them at Walmart, the jalapeno and the regular red ones. And I believe they're $16.28 a bag. But I eat a good bit of them, and Miss 2.0 eats a lot of them. She takes 2 to work with her every day that she goes to work. She's already said she's eaten 4 of them while she's at work because she doesn't like to eat lunch or dinner or whatever. She's always second shift, but doesn't like to eat there because she doesn't get time with doing nursing and stuff. So a lot of times she likes taking a chomp because of the protein, and she eats those. So I did get, before I got here, I had to get gas at Walmart. I thought, you know what, I'm going to run and get a chomp, back couple bags of chomps, and run her over some chomps because she asked me to earlier in the day because we didn't have any here at the house. So I bought 4 bags, so I won't have to get any for a while unless she eats them all. Just kidding. Yeah. All righty. All the cracker did was dropped on my head. Yeah, good night, y'all. Good night, Steve says good night, y'all. All right. Well, we are coming up on 2 hours. I'm going to give it 7 more minutes. Any questions about the video that we just did Thursday night? Like I said, I want to thank Mary and Johnny D. Torres again for the wonderful gift of the Osmo Pocket 3. And like I said, I'm going to continue to learn it. I was watching a video last night on something with it. So I'm continually watching videos on different settings and different things that I can do. I did just get something. No, I didn't. Oh, I showed you all that last week. The tripod that I got for it that I can mount. I got it on the little. Let me show you this again because I don't know if I actually showed it, but it's I forget what it's called. Magic clamp, I believe. So this is what it looks like. Okay, and it's got this end on it. I want to try to get a quick release to put on here so that I can just slide it on and off, because this would screw onto the bottom of the pod. But look at that. So what happens is it's got a clamp here, so I can put this on the bike, all right? Or I can put it on different things. But watch what happens when I turn this. It's really cool. If I can remember which way it goes. Okay. So when you loosen that, look how it it loosens up from the inside, even this end here. So you can do your configuration. Let's say you want to go straight out, all right, or down. Keep you in frame. Down, up. Like say I want to position it here and go like this, and I've got it mounted right there. I would and oh, get it set up to where I want it, and then when you tighten this, as soon as you tighten this, it tightens back here on this swivel. It tightens here, and it tightens the end. So you can pretty much have it loose, get your setup that you want, and then tighten this, and it locks everything into place. So really cool. I've been playing around with this too, trying to figure out different things in different places that I can put it, to be able to use that as part of the creative process. Creative process. Where am I at? Oh, good night, good night, good night, good night, Steve. All right. I did see something here. Yes, that's really good. Is that what you have, Daniel? Yeah, I believe Daniel has that as well. Hey, Anthony, how are you doing? Hello, Tony and 2.0 family. Dixie Cup got a question. Do you have first gear in your Subi? You used that button your shift for the incline. No, what I do like there's the paddles you can push the buttons for. I'm not quite sure how to use that, but I have right behind the gear shift, there's two buttons. What one for incline if you're going up or down, is the one button, but the other button is X mode, and X mode, and I push that button and it just creeps, especially coming down declines and stuff. It holds you back. Like I don't even step on the brake or the gas to come back down. It just takes me down. So that's that one. So I don't really. I know there is manual part of that gear shift. You pull it over and then you can go to lower gears. But I push the X mode for that's for like off road, I believe. But that's in the and when we were on Thursday night on the premiere, Johnny D. Torres said you should name the Subaru Subi Doo. And I said, well, in honor of you, it's now Subi Doo. So the Subaru is now officially named in honor of the Torreses, Subi Doo. Yeah. So anytime we're going to go somewhere in the Subi Doo, we're going to name it Subi Doo. Yes. It's hard with no phone or internet service currently in between jobs. Oh, sorry to hear that, Merlin. Definitely be praying for you for a job. Absolutely. Hey, False Paranormal and EPA, do you have your Part 107 or just a trust certificate for flying your drone? Yeah, or or just so that drone is not a manual flying drone. Like I don't fly it. The little drone, it is it's only doing short little. It's a selfie thing. So yeah, not quite sure on that. Let's see. Yeah, it is the same camera. What editing app do I use, or do you use a computer? No, I don't use a computer, Anthony, at all. I use my phone, and it's called Power Director. So look up Power Director in the App Store, and that is the editing app that I use. Scooby-Doo! Yeah. Thanks. That's a nice feature in your Scooby-Doo. Yeah, it is. Oh, we're calling it Scooby-Doo already. Oh, it's catching on. Yeah, but we got to make more O's on there. Scooby-Doo! Yeah. Okay, I'm not going to do that. I was going to talk like him, but I'll do that some other time. All right. Well, it is now 2 hours. We've been exactly 2 hours. So I am going to go. I wish I had a Scooby-Doo. Yeah, you got a Scooby-Doo. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, you got a Subaru as well. Yeah. All right. Well, so thanks so much, Anthony. Price says, hey, Harvey. How are you doing? Greetings from south side of Chicago. Wow, cool, Harvey. Yeah, yeah. Our friend James Rockford. I haven't seen him on here in a little while, but he's from Chicago. He was a homicide detective up there. Hey, Chuck Jones, how you doing? Good night, everyone. Doggone wants to go out. Oh, the dog wants to go out in her night patrol around the block. See ya all next Sunday. Good night, Chuck. All right. Well, I am going to go ahead and go. If there's no more questions, I'm going to go ahead and sign off myself. And I have another drink. Enjoy my sparkling water. Yum. All right. I think I've got everything, and I've got to get something packed up because I've definitely got to get. We're going to do a hammock camp. Where? I don't know. And will it be a stealth camp? I don't know. Will it be a regular camp just to get out in the hammock? I don't know. We'll see what happens. We've got a couple days to do it. Yeah. All right. Well, good night, everyone. Good night, Mary. Good night, Johnny. Thanks, guys, again for stopping by, and thank you, Richard. Thank you, Chuck. Hey, Stitch. Good night, brother. And I want to say again, thank you very much for the camera, Mary and Johnny D. Torres. What a blessing that was. And all of y'all, 2.0 family, can definitely thank them for the quality and the opportunity to have better quality videos. And I'm going to keep doing my due diligence on learning it. And Lord willing, we will continue to be putting out more and more content. But everybody have an awesome week. I really mean that. Have a really, really good week. And next week, so I will do a Sunday Night Live next Sunday, but then I got to get up and drive to Maryland on Monday to be ready to leave for Ohio on Tuesday to take my son's cats out to Ohio. All right. Well, love you guys, and we will see you later this week on Thursday if I get to get out. Hopefully I will. All right. Good night, everyone, and we'll see you on the next one. Anthony, what? Thank you so much for my next adventure, that super chat. Thank you so much, Anthony. You're always a blessing. Greatly appreciate it. And all right, can we do a 2.0? I was just going to, good night. 2.0 out. But I can't disappear like I do because I can't edit this. So good night, KN. Good night, everyone. We'll see you on the next one. And thank you, everyone, for all of your support. Greatly appreciate it. And love you guys. And we'll see you. And I got to go get Miss 2.0's dinner ready. All right. See ya. Good night.